Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Tuesday, October 19, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. San Jose Sharks vs Montreal Canadiens. San Jose is expected to be starting a young goaltender in a Din Hill here. In the season opener against the Winnipeg Jets, he finished with 3 goals allowed on 23 shot attempts in a victory. The Sharks have allowed just 3 total goals, which is 3rd in the NHL. The Sharks need to improve defensively if they want to be a threat in this game. Montreal is expected to have goalie Jake Allen starting in the net this season. In the last game against the New York Rangers, he gave up a pair of goals allowed on 23 shot attempts in a losing effort. The Canadiens have allowed 10 total goals, which is 27th in the NHL. They need to work on their amount of power plays against them, as they have killed 8 of 13 attempts, 61.54 kill percentage. The Canadiens need to improve defensively if they want to be a threat this season. Our first betting advice is to pick San Jose Sharks. Against the Rangers, the lack of offensive production proved to be too much for the Canadiens to overcome once again. In the opening period, the Canadiens were outshot 8-5, though neither team was able to light the lamp, leaving things scoreless after 20 minutes of play. The second period saw Montreal with a 13-9 edge in shots on goal, though they gave up the only goal of the period to trail 1-0 after 2 periods. In the final period, the Canadiens had a 14-7 edge in shots on goal, but were outscored 2-1 to wind up with a loss. Jonathan Drouin tied the game with his second of the season at 9:24 off assists from Christian Dvorak and Brett Kulak. The Canadiens gave up the lead for good just 26 seconds later and surrendered an empty net goal late to seal their fate. Jake Allen made 21 saves for Montreal, who held a 32-24 edge in shots on goal in the loss. He's slated to be back in goal for this contest. Our second betting advice is to pick under 5.5. Dallas Stars vs Pittsburgh Penguins. Through 3 games the Stars have only scored 6 goals, and no player has more than 1 goal. The defense has not been bad for the Stars, and both Braden Holtby and Kudobin have seen action in 2 games, and both have a GA under 2.50. Still, the attack has not clicked, and they head to Pittsburgh, where they have lost their last 4 games against the Pens, and the last 5 games facing them overall. Danton Heinen has scored a goal in each of the first 3 games, and Evan Rodrigues and Teddy Blueger have each scored 2 goals. The Pens have been great on the attack, even though Sidney Crosby is out until later this month with a wrist injury and Evgeny Malkin is out indefinitely with a knee injury. Our first betting advice is to pick Pittsburgh Penguins. Against Chicago, Pittsburgh jumped to a big early lead and coasted the rest of the way to the victory on home ice. The Penguins held a 13-3 edge in shots on goal in the opening period and took a 4-0 lead to the dressing room after 20 minutes of play. Teddy Blueger gave the Penguins the early lead with his second of the season just 15 seconds into the game, with assists going to Brock McGinn and John Marino. Drew O'Connor made it a 2-0 game with his first of the season at 5:33 off assists from Dominic Simon and Brian Dumoulin. McGinn extended to a 3-0 lead with his first of the season at 10:59 off an assist from O'Connor, and 26 seconds later, Heinen made it a 4-0 game with his third of the year, with assists going to Jeff Carter and Jake Gensel at the 11:25 mark. Pittsburgh was outshot 15-8 in the second period, with each team scoring once to take a 5-1 lead after 40 minutes. After the Blackhawks got on the board, Jason Zucker's first of the year at 17:55 off assists from Evan Rodrigues and Kasperi Kapanen to take a 5-1 lead. In the third period, Pittsburgh held a 5-2 edge in shots, but was outscored 1-0, though they were still comfortably ahead as time expired. Tristan Jarry made 18 saves for the Penguins, who held a 26-20 edge in shots on goal in the victory. He's expected to get the start and goal again here. Our second betting advice is to pick over 5.5. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Columbus Blue Jackets vs Detroit Red Wings. The offense has played well to start the season, but the defense has led the way, allowing only 3 goals this season. 23-year-old defenseman Andrew Peeke already has 5 blocked shots this season and has been a pleasant surprise to the Blue Jackets defensive unit, while Vladislav Gavrikov, Adam Bokvist, and off-season acquisition Jake Bean have combined for 12 blocked shots in the first 2 games. In addition, Blue Jackets goaltender Elvis Merzlikins has saved 55 of 58 shots this season for a .948 save percentage and a 1.47 goals against average. Our first betting advice is to pick Columbus Blue Jackets at plus 1.5. Obviously, the big story for Detroit is going to be their ability to score. They have looked good early on, netting 9 goals through the first 2 contests. Tyler Bertuzzi has been outstanding with 4 goals and 5 points, but the big story for this team is going to be Moritz Seider. He was considered a reach by many hockey insiders 2 years ago when he was drafted by Detroit, but has become one of the top prospects and already has 3 assists this season. Our second betting advice is to pick under 6. Islanders vs Chicago Blackhawks. With Varlamov being questionable for this game, Ilya Sorokin has been in the net for the Islanders this season. In his last game against the Florida Panthers, he allowed 5 goals on 29 shots in a losing effort. New York, as a team, has allowed 11 goals this season, which is the 3rd most in the league. They are an average penalty-killing team with a 66.67 penalty kill percentage. This game is a chance to correct their woes against one of the weaker teams in the sport. Our first betting advice is to pick Chicago Blackhawks. Tuesday will represent Chicago's first home game of the season. While the Blackhawks have struggled during a 0-2-1 start, they have been solid on special teams. Chicago is a perfect 8-4-8 on the penalty kill this season, and it ranks 8th in the league on the power play with a conversion rate of 36%. Our second betting advice is to pick under 6. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.